How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Row's back with another video. Today we have a different kind of unboxing because I already have the figure that we're talking about. It was recently re-released, so that means that Hasbro, which is the company that we're talking about, because it's Marvel Legends, they had a figure that they produced a couple years back, and like, we're just going to re-release the same exact figure with a couple different accessories and a little bit different colors. But yeah, today we are talking about Marvel Legends Moon Knight, the more modern version of Moon Knight. Like, if you guys know, if you've watched my channel, Moon Knight is one of my favorite Marvel Legends characters. So I was like, oh, look, an opportunity to make a video about Moon Knight, because like I said, I already had this figure, but they re-released it. It's the same exact figure. There's a few differences. The box is different. Of course, it's windowless. I don't have that, but I'll probably post pictures of it up here somewhere, talk about that really quick. But yeah, with all that being said, let's talk about Moon Knight. And here is Moon Knight. Out of his box that I don't have anymore because he's been out of it for a long time, but there is a few differences with the original release, which is the one that I have, and the re-release. The main one being that this new release comes with the bow staff that the Walgreens exclusive all-white Moon Knight came with, because he did not initially come with the bow staff. But other than that, he comes with the same exact accessories that he originally did. Same fists, same alternate hands, same extra weapons, same moon crescents or moon darts, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, he's a super cool figure. Moon Knight is a super cool character, so any time there's a chance to get a new Moon Knight, I will grab it. So I didn't need to grab the re-release, but if you guys were on the fence about it, you didn't know what it was like or what it would look like, here you go. Here's a good example, because it's basically the same figure. I think the whites are just a little bit whiter on the new one. And it's not, because this is kind of like a little pearlescent kind of metallic-y white on this, but I think it's just straight up white all over the body. But yeah, I could be wrong. I don't have it in hand, but based on pictures that I was looking at. Checking out the accessories, like I said, he comes with a couple of new things. If you got the original release, he comes with this white bow staff, which I'm sure is not the pearlescent white. Like I said, you can't really tell on the camera, but it's kind of like a metallic-y white, but I'm pretty sure it's just plain white on the re-release, as is most of this figure. Like you can see there's a difference in the color in those. And then he also comes with, which the original release came with, these batons, which Daredevil is famous for as well, but they attach, so they kind of make a mini bow staff. You could be like, oh, they come together and then they extend out into that if you wanted to. So there's always a reason to have it. More accessories, the better. He comes with two of these. They may look like fists, but they're not just fists, because they also fit these little crescent darts, which there's supposed to be 3 of them, so I should have 6 of them, but I only have 1 left because they're so small, and they look like toenail clippings or cat claws if you have cats, but they fit right in between the knuckles. 3 of them would look really cool. But this is from the Walgreens exclusive Moon Knight. It's pearlescent. Then he comes with, how many of these? I think there's only 1 of these in the new release, so less of these than there was. Maybe there's 2. I'll have to look. But this is from the original one. See, it's white like that. But yeah, those are the accessories, other than also, oops, I dropped it, a gripping fist, which he comes with 2 of those, so that he can also, you know, grab his bow staff or his batons, or a crescent dart, just to mess some people up like that. So yeah, a bunch of accessories on this re-released Moon Knight, which I don't have. This is the old one. Just want to reiterate that for you guys, in case you're like, oh wow, this looks different. I want you to be sure that you know that this is the original and the other one's the re-release. Going over our articulation, there is nothing new that we haven't seen, especially because, like I said, this is an older figure, but I'll still go over it for those of you who are looking at the re-release. We've got that old hinge and swivel up there, so kind of gets some movement forward and backward, a little bit side to side, but the cape gets in the way. You can take that off if you want and give them a cloth cape. Shoulders do come up 90 degrees because this actually goes under thing, so that's good. No butterfly joint. We do get some ab crunch, you can hear it in there. Waist cut, bicep cut, double elbows. Was it the elbow that was popping out? There was a joint somewhere that was popping out on my Moon Knight, like this head was visibly popping out, so I heated him up and I popped it back in. So you guys hopefully shouldn't have to do that, but if that's the case, you can do that, so look out for that. We've got side to side hinges on that. Up, down hinges on that hand. Coming down once again. Legs go that far to the side, that far forward, that far back. With the cape in the way, can he kick his own butt? Yep, boop. We do have a thigh cut up there. No boot cut, but we do have rockers on his Moon Knight Crocs. So yeah, pretty good articulation for an older figure because re-release. Hasbro loves to do that. They could have updated and made him pinless, but they chose not to. But you know, you can get him in all kinds of cool poses. He is Moon Knight, so you know, he crouches on buildings and jumps and runs a lot and kicks people in the face. So you can do basically whatever you want articulation wise with him. You never know with Moon Knight. First up for scale and comparison, we have Moon Knight with Moon Knight, a more modern Moon Knight with a more classic Moon Knight in the back, the all white kind of like 70s, 80s Moon Knight, and the one with the black bodysuit and the white body armor is more modern. He's from like the 2010s up till now. Like he kind of looks like that sometimes, or sometimes he's all white with the black head, which is here, and white hood, which is actually the head that I put on here. It came with the Walgreens exclusive one, so always looking to make my perfect version of Moon Knight. So you know what, why don't we even swap that head for a second so you guys can see it. There he is with the other head that came with him. So as you can see, the old release does also have that split down at the bottom that people have had complaints about, but it's not as bad. It stays in one place and it stays down there. So this one is a full hood. I'm surprised that Hasbro didn't give them that new head for the re-release, but it is what it is. They just completely reused the figure. At least they got his bow staff because that's where that came from. I sound like I'm rambling, but I'm trying to be as specific as possible for you guys so you know what comes with what originally and what figure I'm talking about. So yeah, LOL. Next up, here is Moon Knight with Moon Knight once again, although this is the MCU version, who does have bits and pieces of both of the, you know, classic and modern, because as you can see, he's wearing all white, but he does have some armor under there, and down there, there's some metal accents. So they took bits and pieces of all the versions of Moon Knight for the MCU and made one really cool, cohesive version. So I think that works. I'm sure we'll see a different suit at some point because who's be kidding? Toy sales, duh, look. But you know, we're getting more and more Moon Knights. That's always welcome. I love Moon Knight so much. He's such a cool character. Glad that more people know of him now that the show is out and now that it's available on Disney Plus. So if you haven't seen that, you should watch it. It's not perfect, but MCU is an adaptation. It's not one-to-one anyway. For some more Marvel Legends, here he is with classic Pizza Spidey and our AI Iron Man, who can also stand in for classic Iron Man if you wanted to. The only difference would be you'd have to have a yellow arc reactor, but who cares? It's figures, you know, they're different representations of different points in time. So modern Moon Knight, kind of classic Spider-Man, kind of classic Iron Man. Here is Moon Knight with our 80th anniversary Thor and Black Panther from the Retro Avengers wave. Fun fact, Moon Knight has wielded Mjolnir before because it is made out of moon rocks, and you know, his god is the god of the moon, so he was like, I'm gonna pick this up and kick all the Avengers' butts and have a bunch of superpowers, and he did do that. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I love Moon Knight. For some MCU Marvel Legends, here he is with our handy dandy bro Thor and Homecoming Spider-Man. As you can see, he's taller than Spidey, shorter than Thor. Here he is with the SHF Harley Quinn from Birds of Prey and our SHF Ultraman, Shin Ultraman. So yeah, he's taller than both of them, of course. SH Figure Arts runs small. Here he is with our Mattel Movie Masters, the Joker from The Dark Knight, and our Moth-X Harley Quinn from the Suicide Squad. Sorry, got a little tongue-tied there. Gosh, her boot's always right up. I don't like that about that figure. It'll be okay. Here he is with our Lightning Collection, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Pink and Black Ranger. Taller than both of them. And for a couple of classified series, here he is with our power couple, Snake Eyes and Scarlet. Yeah, they get together in the comic books and stuff, so that's cool. She helps him get his face fixed, and then he dies. And for some Star Wars Black Series, here he is with our elite trooper from the Bad Batch, and Hera Syndulla from Star Wars Rebels. And she's going to be in Ahsoka, I'm pretty sure, just like most of the rest of the Ghost crew, except for Kanan. R.I.P. Spoilers. So with all that being said, you guys, if you plan on picking up that re-release, I'll say it'll be totally worth it, because it was totally worth it to me when I got the original one. So same figure, added accessories. Can't go wrong, right? As long as you don't get hit with that running Hasbro QC issues. But yeah, if you guys like this video, go ahead and smash the like button down below. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. You can come back every week for my awesome content. At least I think it's awesome. And of course, comment down below. Let me know what you think of Moon Knight. Let me know what you think of re-releases in general. If you're glad to get your hands on some sought after figures for a decent price, which is always nice. Always nice for me. I'm sure it is for you guys. And of course, just let me know how your day is going. I love you guys. I will see you next time, and bye-bye. Mwah.